This is Warwick Castle, a place a number of interesting characters have called home. In this video I want to look at some of these people as opposed to just the castle itself. The first of these was Athelflaed, daughter of Alfred the Great. She constructs a fort on this site known as a burh, long before the stone castle we see today. She becomes the ruler of the Mercians after the death of her husband, and this was a time when most of the country was ruled by the Vikings. Her army went to war with the Vikings, and perhaps her greatest achievement came when her army captured Derby in 917. Another character of interest is Richard Beauchamp, 13th Earl of Warwick, one of the richest men in our history, with a wealth of around 34 billion in today's money. He was a soldier, seeing action in Wales and later in France during the 100 Years' War. His gilt bronze effigy can be seen in St Mary's Church close to the castle. The effigy is said to be the finest piece of English 15th century bronze sculpture. Next we have Richard Neville, 16th Earl of Warwick, the sole-named Kingmaker. Neville and a few other noblemen rebelled against King Henry VI and deposed him. Henry's cousin Edward takes the throne. However, it's not long before Neville falls out with Edward and leads an army against him, in which he captures the new king and forces him into exile. He later restores King Henry to the throne, but 6 months later Edward was back with troops supplied by the Duke of Burgundy. Neville and Edward's army met at the Battle of Barnet, and Neville the Kingmaker was killed. In 1547 the castle was granted to John Dudley, 1st Earl of Warwick, second creation, and later Duke of Northumberland. He was regent for the 12-year-old Edward VI. Edward became ill at the age of 15, and just before he died, he changed his will. This excluded his sisters Mary and Elizabeth, and instead he chose Dudley's daughter-in-law, Jane Grey, as his heir. After the king's death, the Privy Council proclaimed Mary Queen, and Dudley was arrested for high treason and was beheaded at Tower Hill. This is the Peacock Garden of Warwick Castle, so named because of the peacocks. This here is John Dudley. One of his sons, Robert Dudley, he was the Earl of Leicester and a favourite of Queen Elizabeth I.